So, being a teacher at the U.S. Air Force Academy, I've been able to do wargaming as part of our core curriculum. And in this wargaming, it's an immersive learning environment. We have about a $10 million laboratory where they have software and hardware, flight simulators, everything that you could perform on a conflict now or in the future. And to make it even more realistic, I've added some fictional media injects. So we created a fictional news station and social media posts and recruiting videos that the students get during this war game. And I took it one step further. I wanted to know, how does media influence decision making? And I was thinking, well, how could it change? So let's add it's about 25-minute lesson on media literacy, critical thinking about communications, and see how that impacts the influence that media has over the consumer. And interestingly enough, it made a huge difference. Just 25 minutes of learning impacted students' understanding of media, how they engage with media, and even the decisions that they made in the war game. So I think we all face similar challenges when we're going through research. IRB, for one. I do a lot of human subjects type of questionnaires and surveys for the type of research I do. So trying to tackle that and protecting the participants is really important. And that process is a little time consuming, but of course worthwhile. Also, you have classes going through, and classes that you're experimenting with, it can take months and months for that class to get through. And also they have to choose, it's anonymous and it's voluntary to actually participate in the research. So yeah, so this type of research I find to be really interesting from two standpoints, really. One, in today's modern age, we are inundated with media communications, whether we realize it or not. It is 4 a.m. here, but I've already been on my phone. I've already looked at social media. And so those influences, whether we realize it or not, are impacting our decision-making and actions. And it's only going to get worse with generative AI and deep fakes and all of the algorithms built to serve you the information that would impact you or that you would engage in the most. And so I wanted to look at it through that lens, and that's information warfare when you're speaking from a military standpoint, because you are trying to influence somebody's actions. And that could be honestly terrifying if you are engaging with military leaderships, policymakers, and leaders at highest levels. The second reason for this motivation was the teaching aspect. So as an educator, I wanted to know, is education a way to help mitigate all of those influences? And I found out it does help. It works. So I'm a young researcher too. Just go for it. Ask for help. Ask early and often. You'd be surprised the amount of people and support you can gain. That people are willing to help. People at university, people online. You can find mentors pretty much anywhere, and you can ask. Just ask, and people will help. It's not going to be perfect. In fact, if it is perfect, or if you have all the right answers, it may not even be like rigorous research. So it's going to be hard. Just keep going. I loved the conference. Everybody was very welcoming, very nice. Everybody had a chance to speak for as long as they wanted. And I felt that flexibility that was built in really let people talk about the details as in-depth as they wanted, ask as many questions as they liked. And it was so amazing to meet people from all around the world, being an international conference.